it started raining, so can't really do before shots with this like I want to. But it's a messed up Suburban. Should be fun. Alright, it's done raining. No, today we do not have a sports car or a supercar or a super rare car or anything like that. We have a very beat up and dirty 2017 Suburban. Now this Suburban, it's really not all that bad. It's just really dirty and has a couple of really good love marks in the paint that need to be attended to. But otherwise, it's gonna be a really awesome before and after. A lot of people bring their black vehicles to me because I do a good job with them, supposedly, is what I've been told. And I really enjoy working on them. So let's get started on this thing because I have a feeling this whole wash process is gonna be lengthy and sweaty. pre-treatment, and now we're foaming it down and going through all the crevices with a brush just for the added lubrication. I gotta say, right now, this time of year in Florida kind of sucks because it's so sweaty and nasty, but the sunsets after a really strong thunderstorm in the afternoon, which is an everyday thing, are just gorgeous, man. It is my obligatory duty to complain about the heat because I am a native Floridian, but I don't ever want to leave this place. It's so beautiful. Oh God, gorgeous. Starting to rain, so I'll see you guys inside. We did it. God, this thing's a tank. Now understand this hood is heavily oxidized, but because there's water on it, gives you what it's potentially going to look like once we're done. And as for this spot, I'm not really too sure. So talking further about this vehicle, the owner of it actually lives out in a more rural area of Central Florida, and well, as you can see, it probably hasn't been in the hands of someone who does paint correction, ceramic coating, and all that. Probably ever. It's definitely been well taken care of. It's just that, well, out in the sticks, you don't treat a car like you would a Ferrari. Time to do the decontamination part, which this might end up being one of the more difficult ones I've done in a long time because this vehicle is crazy contaminated, but that changes today. One tip I can actually tell you about a car that's super contaminated, use a little more lubricant. It'll make it a little easier on you. Outside we're having an absolute monsoon, so I hope you guys can hear me. I'll try to talk louder. Usually we have category 2 hurricanes in the afternoon past 4 p.m. I don't have a whole lot of time left in the evening tonight, but we're gonna go ahead and start cutting. I'm just gonna go to Old Faithful, which is heavy cut and an orange pad. At the end of the day, it's a domestic vehicle, which means the paint is gonna be on the medium to soft side of things. And because of how swirled up it is and how dense the swirls and scratches are, you can tell immediately it's gonna be on the softer side. turning out so good. There's just so much surface area that it really takes a lot out of you. It's 7 a.m. Hood is wrapped and ready to go. It's been heat treated and everything by Tyler. The rest of the car has pretty much been cut and compounded. I'm really happy that the gloss black actually kind of matches. Just the tiniest little difference in the shade of black it is. I would say this looks 5,000 light years better. We're gonna be here all day because today starts the fun part where we begin refining the paint. That's the second stage polish where we use Sonax Perfect Finish and a yellow pad. It looks so good, but just a reminder, there's still a bunch of different random scratches in the paint that are pretty deep that I can't really get to. So as we go through and do beauty shots of the paint itself, you're gonna still see scratches, but I'm so excited to get this thing looking liquidy, wet, glossy. It's just gonna be so good. before we move on with the rest of the refining process, I totally forgot about the front bumper. It is completely plastered with just impactions in the clear coat from bugs and whatnot that have kind of baked into the paint, have been scrubbed off, sat there for a while, or hit this thing really freaking hard. And when you get something as severe as this, there's really not a whole lot you can do about it unless you want to get a little bit more in-depth and a little more advanced into the detailing scene, which is where these come into play. This is essentially micro mesh, like a sanding micro mesh. It's a ultra fine 3M. I'm gonna go through and wet sand with this on the entirety of the front bumper, then compound, then polish, see what happens. I already did a little on this side and it's working out pretty good, so hopefully this does do good because the front bumper is in great shape. It's just all these impaction points or dried bugs, whatever, is destroying it. Alright, and with all of that, we are wrapped up. It has been heavily cut. It has been polished to a beautiful gloss. And although it's not perfectly polished black paint, way better than it was. Now all that's left is we have to wipe it down with IPA and do some toothpick rework. That's where I take a little toothpick and a microfiber towel with IPA and go through all the crevices, make sure it's nice and clean. Alright, it's been a couple days since the last clip you guys just saw. We've had quite a few things happen since then. We had a hurricane come through, I have a Porsche here that I'm working on, and currently the car is sitting outside. Now, no big deal, the car has been coated, it's cured and everything, it's all ready to go, we just need to wipe it down so we can do final shots. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, we gotta put tire dressing on this thing, but otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. If you liked it, go ahead and like, and if subscribe, you like, stay around, subscribe. That made sense. All right, see you in the next one. Stick around for the final shots, because I'm about to go out there and bust my butt and film it real quick. See ya.